Yeah, 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 Ergo. Hey, 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 look. Yo, what's up? I go by the name of Steph Urkel, and we have our co-host,
So
and we're back with another episode of Millennial Dungeon. How's everybody doing this beautiful weekend? I had a great weekend. You know what I'm saying? Did a little exercise, a little workout, I know y'all see the arms. Mess around, go to Florida, firearms. You get what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So just some light, get that workout in, active.
yeah.
How's your
Summer's right
weekend?
around the corner. So
How's your weekend, so bad?
it's going good so far. I mean, a lot quicker than I'd like, as always, but good, relaxing, beautiful weather. Got to go out, enjoy it a little bit. So I can't complain.
I know that's right. It was 75 today. Yeah,
I know.
I had fun. I had water ice too. I was like, Psh, I feel like a big kid
Fritos?
out here. Yeah. No, I went to the poppy store. I was being cheap. I'm not gonna lie to you. Went to the pop,
Sometimes the poppy store can hit the spot too,
you
Sometimes
know.
it's better in
Never
a
forget
pinch,
we came.
especially.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Exactly. Another one. But but yeah, I'm glad y'all had a great weekend. Try to start the week being positive and productive as possible. So
Yeah, so I mean, you mentioned getting in shape, showing off your arms and everything. So that kind of,
you
you
know
know.
you know what I'm saying.
So that actually goes into our topic today. We're going to be talking about beauty standards and self-love. And to transition into that, actually, recently Lizzo has been out promoting her active wear, her shapewear called Yitty. And she, part of that launch was she had a recent tweet or Instagram post where she was boarding a private jet in leggings that had the back part missing to where like you could see her her whole booty. And
Her whole booty,
the
huh?
whole thing.
Oh man.
And
Okay.
naturally, that started some discussion on social media. You had some people promote happy, like good for her. She's showing off her body, and other people thinking she's doing a little too much. So, have you seen that picture? And if so, what do you think about it?
Ooh, she said the whole booty. Okay, let's get into it. Yes, I have. I seen the picture on Instagram, and it was something. You know what I'm saying? Okay, for real though. I seen it, and my thoughts on it. Here's the thing. I like Lizzo. I think she's a great artist. She's good at on marketing and promotion. She knows her lane as an artist. But as far as the whole like thing with when she tried to make like the twerk videos or she tried to make the videos walk on the jet, I listen, I get it. Self-love, you feel confident in who you are in your own body, but at the same time, it's just like I feel like she can do too much. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I get it. Like you said you if you feel like you're comfortable with your weight, but it's just like you're the way she goes about her videos, I feel like she just trying to do too much to flaunt off like sis. We get it. Like
What
you
do you mean, like do too much?
like as far as like this like I know you've seen the other twerk videos that she trying to do. Like it was
Yeah.
one where she was twerking near the pool and stuff like that. I feels like this ain't something that just happened. Like this ain't the first few on trick videos we've seen. She's been doing this for like what a couple years now.
Oh yeah, there was one at a basketball game too, I
Yep,
remember.
yep. And it's like she got like backlash for that too. People were coming at her for being big and stuff like that, and she just kept on doing it again and again and again. And at this point, we already know she's comfortable with her weight, but at the same time,
Mhm.
it's just like you're just saying like, okay, we get it. You're comfortable being big and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have to keep on throwing in somebody's face about it.
Yeah, I do have a question about that. So when I guess in Lizzo's case, is it really like, oh, you're doing too much, or is it the fact that there's this artist who's prominent in pop culture who is bigger and she's like flaunting that where that's not really typical? Because I'm trying to think off the top of my head like plus size singers who are popular And all I can think of is like Jill Scott or like Adele when at one point, like Jasmine Sullivan, and they're more so like conservative as far as how they dress and how they carry themselves. But Lizzo's totally different because like in addition to her music talking about like, you know, being happy with how you are and like comfortable in your skin, she clearly lives by that. So do you think that's the issue, that it's like, how dare someone so big be happy the way she looks, like she should just be covered up, or is it like she's legitimately doing too much and it's inappropriate?
I see what you're trying to say. So my thing is this, like, I get what the message she's trying to do is like, be comfortable in your own skin and stuff like that. And then you bring up the whole topic, and I see where you're going with it, or where you see like other rappers and singers who are like slimmer, they do the same things and they get praised for it, where a Lizzo or somebody who's plus size, they would do it and people like give them backlash. I get what you're saying, and I can see where it is a double standard, but it's more so for me, it's like the message behind it too when she's doing it, because like I get it, you want other women to be feel comfortable in their own body too, but at the same time you should also, my thing about when it comes to being confident and also like loving yourself, or self-love or self-care, you should also want to be the healthiest version of yourself, or the best version of yourself. Like I don't know if you ever watched this show, My 600-Pound Life on TLC.
I ironically watch it while I'm at the gym, but yes,
Yes,
I've seen
I
it.
do too. Don't feel bad. I'll be watching clips. It motivates me to go. You know what I'm saying? It motivates me. It's like, I don't want to be
Not me.
no more pizza. But like me, I watch that because like the reason why I bring that up is because like you see like people who struggle with weight and stuff like that, and a lot of them have spent years saying, well, this is me, I'm comfortable with my weight, and if you don't like it, too bad. And it's like you see like the effects of over years and years of them just eating and not caring about what they look like, and just quote unquote owning their body, and then it just got worse. You seen those episodes, and it's like it's gotten to the point where it's like these people are at a weight where it's like they don't even think they can get out of bed or can lose that weight. So it's like it's more so it's like I get you trying to be self-confident and trying to teach other women to be self-care, but it's like self-care is also being taking care of your body, being healthy. It shouldn't be just about just owning what your body is, because yeah, you can say, oh yeah, I'm comfortable in my body and stuff. But what if you end up having diabetes or health issues or stuff like that? Are you still going to be like, no, this is just who I am? Yeah, but it's going to cause you your life. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree. I don't disagree with you at all when it comes to that.
Yeah.
Because, you know, obesity does come with a lot of issues. It's not just like aesthetics or whatever. Like you do have problems that come with it. But just out of curiosity, how come when it's weight related, people are so concerned with health, but when it's other things like health, it doesn't really seem to be a priority? Like, for instance, people who get like surgery, like people get lip injections, people get Brazilian butt lifts, people get liposuction, like things to make themselves look better, but it's still dangerous to have surgeries and stuff. But like, I don't really hear that, like, oh, that's dangerous to your health, or, you know, things like that when it comes to those kind of things that make you conventionally attractive. So what is it about obesity that makes like the normal person feel like it's their place to tell an overweight person like, hey, you need to look out for your health, as opposed to other things?
Well, I get what you're saying. You know K Michelle? Yeah, the singer. Okay, so you I don't know if you listen to any of her music or like ever hear her interviews. She had BBL, and she was getting butt injections and all that stuff for multiple years and stuff, and then it ended up backfiring because she ended up in the hospital because she had like an incident where she fell down or something like
Yeah,
that.
she got them removed or something, right?
Yeah. And now like she goes around like promoting that message like in her Instagram stories and stuff like that. I think she even got a show where she goes around to different cities with people like with plastic surgery and stuff, and like warns them about the effects about it. But I do agree with what you're saying. It's not highlighted as much because I feel like the sad truth about it is I feel like plastic surgery, when especially like when it comes to beauty standards, it's seen as a new norm now. Like a girl going to get a BBL is like her going to Target to pick up a dress now. It's just like, you get what I'm saying? And it's like it's dangerous. I just plain to say it, stuff like that is dangerous. But the reason why I think we don't pay attention to that stuff is because like one, people pay so much money for it because they're technically they're choosing to do it, and two, it's like it is like fitting. People are getting those surgeries to fit the norm. You get what I'm saying?
Mm.
So it's like people are saying, "Hey, you can risk your life and get a surgery as long as you're fitting the beauty standard or image that we like. That's what we care." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's still not right.
I definitely agree with you. Like, I'm not, I know I'm playing devil advocate here, but like, I do agree with what you're saying. But I just think it's interesting how, like, Lizzo is very open about, I guess, like her diet and how active she is and stuff. And like, weight loss is not something that just happens. Like, it takes a really long time
It does.
to like, lose weight. So for all we know, she could be taking the proper steps to like lose weight. It is just interesting how it's like, she could be doing everything she could, but that's just how she looks right now. Like, she's just bigger right now. And in the meantime, before she loses the weight, as opposed to like, if someone gets surgery after surgery after surgery, it's like, why isn't anyone promoting like, oh, well, you could just work out if you want a bigger butt, like do squats, like something like that. It's like, when it's obese people, oh, you need to lose weight, you need to do this, you need to do that. But when it's someone who wants to like get a bigger butt, bigger boobs, or like just anything to change their body, it's like, oh, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Like, no problem. It's like, what the heck?
I get
So
what
you don't
saying.
want someone to naturally get in shape, but like artificially, that's like,
Yeah.
But then at the same time, be upset that no one's natural. So it's like, just a weird paradox. Is that the word?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I get what you're saying. It definitely is kind of weird because plastic surgery to me is kind of like the cheat code to get in the body that you want. So it's like when you see people pay money to get their bodies done and lip injections and all that kind of stuff, it's just like it makes the people that are trying to lose weight like, dang, like that's not fair. Like I got to put in months and months and months of hard work where you just getting it done over a few weeks. So I get why it's an unfair advantage and stuff. And like I said before, as an artist, musically, I think she's a great artist and she's good at promotion and marketing. I just feel like she needs to be careful on the message she's trying to teach because like she wants to teach women to feel comfortable on your size, no matter what size you are. But at the same time, like you said before, she's working on losing weight. So obviously she also knows that weight can be a serious issue down the line. So as far as like the message she's trying to teach women, it's like, I get it, teaching them to be self-confident in their body, but also you should want to teach them how to be healthy at the same time. And I guess that's what she's doing now because you said she has a new fitness.
She has shapewear now.
Okay. So I guess she's on the road to doing that. Hopefully I want to see like her say that more in her Instagrams live instead of like showing like, that that her ass. Yeah.
Well, and she has a show on I think it's on Amazon Prime. It's like a dance show for bigger girls, like for her to be her backup dancers and stuff. So I will say, like, I do agree, like sometimes she does do a little much for my taste, just personally. Like, I don't care how comfortable you are in your body. It's just certain outfits. I'm like, what? Like, that's wild. But like, if you can do it, whatever. But I think that Lizzo sometimes gets unfair criticism just because of her size. Because I mean, if you watch her music videos, it's like she's always dancing. Her performances, her live performances, like she's active, like she's doing stuff. Like I saw Sweetie perform and she ran out of breath faster than Lizzo ever did. So I'm like, that's Sweetie eating too many of the McDonald's meals and stuff. But y'all want to talk about Lizzo all the time. Like Lizzo ain't never run out of breath on stage, and she played the flute, and she be twerking and doing all this stuff. So like, it's not like she's just this big, and she's out of breath all the time and she's in terrible shape. Like, I think people do need to cut her a little slack, but at the same time, it's like, all right, girl, like, we don't gotta see the whole ass.
Yeah, we ain't gotta see the whole. I was like, whoa, somebody get a blanket. You know what I'm saying?
But I do think it's in a way, like, yes, it's extreme, but I think it shows like how beauty standards are changing a little bit, because whether you like her size or not, like that's her body, like that's just her natural body.
Yeah.
And it is kind of showing like there's space in mainstream for women who aren't like hourglass shaped or like stick thin or whatever. Like you can have a little something and be out here doing your thing.
Yeah.
Whether or not it's controversial.
Yeah. it's plenty of plus size models now and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That are getting recognized in like magazines and like social media platforms. Like I said before, you know, not I'm not saying every woman's going to be the same size in the whole world. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even saying that Lizzo deserves all the criticism she's getting, because sometimes you know how people in the comment section nowadays be going crazy. I'm just saying that as far as the message she's trying to teach women about being self-confident and like loving yourself, it's like that's cool, but also teaching them to be healthy, because you don't. I feel like messages get blurred, especially when we hear them from celebrities. So when women hear that message, they think, oh, you saying that I can be comfortable on my own skin. Well, right now I'm 300 pounds, so that means I don't have to lose weight or care about my health. It's like no, no, no. You should still want to be healthy. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like it's just be careful with the message. Women should want to be healthy. Men should want to be healthy. You know what I'm saying? And that's not something I want to tell a woman. I would say that to a man too. You know what I'm saying? If you
So
300 pounds.
Oh, sorry. I don't want to cut you off.
What's up?
Because you was going. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Go ahead.
What do you think is the best approach then? If there's someone who you think you feel like you are concerned about their weight, like what do you think is the best way to go about that then?
Go about getting them to lose weight. Well, you already
said not
said
necessarily lose weight, but like if it is a concern, what's the best way to approach it? Because I think that's the biggest thing, especially when talking about Lizzo. It's like we all know she's bigger and stuff like that, but like, is there an appropriate way to talk about the subject without seeming like insensitive to the person, or is it just like, nope, you big, that's what it is?
No, I mean, for me, I would like to see her do more workout videos. It's like, because I think I've seen one, and that was on Snapchat, because you know how they be doing like the little health thing of the week, and I think Lizzo was featured on there. I would rather her see like more stories of her at the gym, or like more videos or posts on her social media platforms, her actually working out. Like, you know how like they do the before and after things, like the progress. Like I want to see like her journey of like actually trying to get healthy or get into her best shape possible, rather than her see her twerk, because it shows that no, because not like that.
No, yes.
You get what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I would rather her see herself like put in the effort to actually try to be healthy and work out, so that way it can show a lot of fans like, okay, she loves herself to the point where she's trying to make sure she like stays around for a long time by actually exercising and being healthy, because Lizzo has a big following. If we look at her social media platforms, so like that can inspire a lot of girls who are like even her size or bigger to want to be like that too. Because like, to be honest with you, it's like a lot of people like look up to celebrities on based on what they do in their everyday lives. So if they see her doing that in her everyday life, I think a lot of people will get the message clear, like, yo, maybe I do need to start caring about my health a little bit more, because I get it. I'm supposed to like love myself, but I also need to love myself where I need to take care of myself better. You know what I'm saying? And nobody's perfect. Like you said before, losing weight takes it takes a long time. You know what I'm saying? It's not something that just happens overnight with a snap of the finger, but it's like she just needs to promote her health lifestyle more, instead of her just be like, hey, this is me. Look at my aunt. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get, you know what I'm saying? I get, like, we like you, Lizzo. It's just, you know what I'm saying? Just make the message more clear of what you're trying to do, or what you're trying to come across as. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But speaking of which, so you bring up a good topic. We was talking about social media, about her on different platforms and stuff. So I want to talk about beauty standards when it comes to social media, because as we know, if we even look back 30 years ago, right, you can see like how the average woman was back in the day. So you think about a Holly Berry or a Nia Long or a Pamela Anderson, and they were just slim. You know what I'm saying? You know, or small, very slim or petite. Nowadays, it's like in 2022, it's like you gotta have bam.
It's like waist like this, hips like this.
I don't know. They gotta be shaped like an Angie Mama syrup bottle now. So it's just like
we gotta be shaped like this.
Oh Lord, put that bottle away. Put that bottle away. But it's like, so the point I'm trying to get is we've seen the evolution of beauty standards. Okay, so my question for you is, do you think the evolution of beauty standards nowadays have been over exaggerated thanks to social media?
Oh, absolutely. I think the thing with social media is that it's so accessible to anybody.
Yeah.
Like so many people can post things, and then you can manipulate the things that you post so that you don't even know what you're seeing is real or not. So there's so many like filters and like all this stuff that you're seeing, and you're thinking like, wow, their skin is so clear, like their hair is so beautiful, like I don't look like that, but they don't even look like that either. So I think that social media has definitely made it like more pressure on the average person to like fit the standard of beauty,
Yeah.
whether or not you even mean to, try to fit into it. Like I feel like it's kind of hard to escape because it's just like literally in your pocket.
Yeah, like that's a good point, because like it's so like social media is so accessible to us, so it's like it's you can't help but escape it, and that's I feel like
Mm-hmm.
it's had like, hate to say, like a negative impact on both men and women, but I'll start with women first. I feel as though like when women see those like Instagram models, shaped like an hourglass and stuff like that, she can be naturally curvy, or like she can be naturally thin or something like that. But she sees these Instagram models all the time, and she's like, well, I gotta. I wish I would look like that. I wish I got attention like she's getting from guys
Mm-hmm.
in her DMs and stuff. So a lot of them feel pressure to what to buy their bodies to get done, or get a BBL, or get breast implants, or get lip injections, in order to fit a social norm where you can just be comfortable in yourself. Or if you want to get a butt, just go to do squats at the gym. You know what I'm saying? It's like you don't have to pay all this money to just look like a girl that you're never going to meet in your life. You get what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, I definitely agree too.
Yeah, and I feel like for me, I've seen like when it comes to having a negative impact on men, I feel as though like for us, when we see those type of girls all the time, because like I said before, Instagram, when you swipe on Instagram, like I'm gonna use myself for example. I may go like 5 to 10 minutes without seeing at least 10 or 20 Instagram models posting like this, or like on a beach, or a caption that says "Wish you were here," winky face, a heart emoji. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like when we see that things like that, and then we take those kind of same images or mindset into dating in the real life, we thinking like, oh yeah, she naturally pretty and stuff, but I wish like she looked like Jamaican Thighs 26 on Instagram. And I'm like, dude, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
very specific.
First of all, I made that up. Don't even do that. Don't do that, because you like, wait a minute, you following somebody named Jamaican Thighs?
Hey,
First of
what you do in your personal time is your business.
look, she said she loved me, okay? I'm playing. But yeah, so my point is like when guys look at those kind of Instagram models all the time, it's like we take that kind of mentality into dating in real life and think like, well, that's the girl we deserve, or that's the kind of girl I want. And it's like, dude, we gotta be realistic. I'm like, on this podcast, we always talk about being realistic when it comes to taking different approaches, especially like in dating, being
Mm-hmm.
logical, approaching it in a very realistic way. So not every girl is gonna have the perfect 10 body. You get what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Nobody's perfect. So it's like when you look at a certain girl, obviously we men, we're visual. I'm just gonna keep it honest. Like we like what we like. When we see a girl that we're attracted to, we like, yo, she gotta look like this, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like sometimes as men, I see like dudes saying like my next girlfriend gotta look like this. She gotta have a face like Rihanna, body like Megan Thee Stallion. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, come on, dude. Let's be realistic, man. It's like, where are we gonna find that at?
And even still too, it's like the way that social media is, it kind of makes even like regular people who might not even necessarily be all up into looks or whatever, it like influences the way you behave too. Because there's plenty of people I've seen, like when they take pictures, like their profile pictures or whatever, like, yeah, you want to look your best. Everyone wants to look good in a picture, but like the angles and and sucking this in and like making sure this is right and the lighting and this filter and making sure like my hair, like, why are you doing all of that? Because on social media, these people look like this. So you don't want to be looking regular. But like, what's wrong with looking regular? That's how you look.
Yeah,
Like, why do you, it's just kind of sad. Like, I understand how society is and like beauty standards and all of that, but it's just unfortunate that people just don't feel okay with just being them. They just
yeah.
feel like they have to look better and like more. And it's like, They don't even look like that. Those Instagram models a lot of the time don't even look like that. Shoot, I don't even look like that, y'all. Like sometimes that don't be me all the way. But like, you know?
Yeah, I get it. You know what I'm saying? It's sometimes it's a lot of pressure. You know what I'm saying? But I have a question for you because I was talking to a friend about this the other day. I talked about having preferences and having certain standards when it comes to beauty. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because do you think it's a double standard when it comes to men and women having different standards and preferences? Because I'll give you an example. Like I know girls that will be like, oh yeah, I'll be on Instagram and I see this dude, this fitness coach and stuff like that. That's how my next dude gotta be. He gotta be over 6'4", gotta be muscular and stuff like that. He gotta be this skin tone. He got his jawline gotta look like this. And
Yeah.
girls like, yes, girl, I know that's right. I know, yes, queen. But then if a dude say like, oh, I don't want my girl to look like this or she needed me to look like that, and he said that around other women, they like, oh, no, that's so shallow. Why shouldn't it matter how he look? So my question is, do you think it's a double standard when it comes to men and women having preferences when it comes to dating?
Oh yeah. Like I think in general, yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny because I actually read an article not too long ago where it was like plus size women admit that they're not attracted to overweight men. Which, first of all, how come the women get to be called plus size, but the men are overweight? That's messed up. But you know, some readers may thought like that's right, like that's how it should be worded. But I do think that there's a double standard, even like maybe like men feel like, oh, my woman gotta look like small waist and big butt and wide hips and all of that. But then you look at them and it's like neck beard, like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So like I definitely do think that there's a double standard for men, like both sides, like
Yeah, it's both.
are guilty of it. It's not like, oh, just men do this or just women do that. But like personally for me, I don't even care about beauty standards. Like I don't even have it. Like I'll tell you, man, like I think my attraction ranges from like Idris Elba to like the guy from Scott Pilgrim. Like it doesn't make any sense.
What, Michael Cera?
No, not him. The guy who played Gideon.
Who's
Jason
that?
Schwartzman or something. The guy with the glasses, like the last guy that he beat.
I don't remember that movie like that. Pick somebody else.
He's not Idris Elba. Like
Okay.
John Mulaney or something like that. Like, you know, like it's just so like polar extremes. So like for me to say, oh, beauty standards, like it doesn't, I don't even care.
Oh. So we gonna come back to that. Like everybody got a certain beauty standard or a certain type.
I'm gonna show you who I'm talking about.
Yeah. But, for me, like I said before, I'm all about being logical and being realistic when it comes to dating. So I get that sometimes for as men, like we can be like, oh yeah, they gotta look like this and stuff like that. And we gotta be realistic on like how we look too in order to get that certain type of girl and stuff. But for me, like I feel like men are more simple when it comes to beauty standards, in my opinion. I think we are. Cause like for me, like I know dudes that like wouldn't even like, even if they can't get the Instagram model type a girl or something like that, they would just be okay with this being like, oh, is she cute? Okay. She got sense of humor. Okay. Fine. I can have a conversation with her. Damn. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but when you see like women and stuff like now, not all the time, but like in this generation now, it's just like, oh girl, he better be 6 foot on foot.
Oh no, I think that's such an exaggeration. Cause me and my friends, we're just like, does he have a job? Like, is he a nice guy? So you like all that is extra. All that is extra. It's like if he is tall and stuff, it's like, ooh, but like I just want to make sure he's a normal, well-adjusted person first, you know, like that's the bare minimum. All that other abs and 6 foot, that's like, ooh, la la, getting spoiled.
but it's girls out there that are like that too. So it's like you said before, I feel like it's double standards on both sides when it comes to beauty and stuff like that. And it's like when you hear about like a thing versus height versus like weight and stuff like that. Like a dude would say like, oh yeah, I don't really like my like a bigger woman or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
and a girl will say I don't like a dude that's over 6 foot. Well, it's like I get it, but at the same time, you can't change the height, but you can change the. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Like, yeah.
You can't really change somebody's height, but like weight, that's something that you can adjust to, even if you go to the gym or whether or not you just get plastic surgery and do the cheat code way. You know what I'm saying? That's something that
Yeah.
you can always change. Whereas like height is like, well, damn, that means she never gonna like me.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I feel like it can be a double standard. I feel like sometimes, man, we can get the shorter end of the stick when it comes to beauty standards, but it goes both ways. You know what I'm saying? So
Well, yeah. I mean, from your perspective, that could very well be true. Like, you wouldn't know what kind of beauty standards that women have to encounter. So as far as you know, like, yeah, it is. Cause like I hear, like the criteria sometimes for like even though me and like my friends and people I know, it's not as like strict and strenuous of a of requirements, but like there are some women who are like, physically you got to be like this, and this. So like I get it, but also too, like as a woman, it is some, your body has to look like this, and your hair and your skin and this and that, and it's like you got to dress a certain way. So like it's hard on this side too. So I guess all in all, it's just hard to be a person. Like unless you're just like hot.
yeah, shit. That was actually gonna be my next question too, because like obviously you and me both got a set of eyes. So so we on what we see is what we like we judge on first. So my question is gonna be is like should is it okay to judge somebody off appearance first? Cause let's be honest here, it's when we look at somebody's appearance, we already have a thought of what is going on in our head. Like if you see a guy that you're attracted to, like, oh, he's good looking
Yeah.
like that. Or if I see a girl that's attractive, I'm like, damn, she look good. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's what we see. And I'm not saying that's all we
So
should
country.
looks, but is that okay to like to look at pay attention to somebody's looks, or is it be like, no, that's shallow?
Is it okay? No, but like it's allowed.
It's
And
a
yeah,
lot.
it's allowed. It's not okay, but you can do it. And like, yeah, it is shallow, but like you say, you have eyes.
Yeah.
And let's face it, like you like what you like
Yeah.
physically, like you like what you like. And while yes, it's important to get to know someone and all of that, if you're not into someone physically, you're just not, and like it's not fair to the person to try to pretend or like, oh, but you're such a good person. Like if it's just not there, it's just not there.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, it's hurtful, especially like to be on the receiving end of that, but like them's the breaks, I guess. Like, what do you
Man, shit. Men hear that every day. Like a girl say, "Yeah, you're not my type," or "I'm not into you," or girl, he's not good looking." We get rejected and hear that every day when it comes to rejection or shooting our shot first. So it's like I feel like that's a norm to us. So it's like we don't let that like phase us that much.
yeah.
So it's like we know that for men, I feel like we already know that looks matter to some degree, not the whole 100%, but to a big degree, we already know looks matter because
Oh, women too.
like, but like for men, like we face rejection more. So it's like because I hear more girls than men say things like, "Oh, well, it shouldn't matter what's on the on outside; it's the inside." Which I get it. Our personality can be a deal breaker and or make or break somebody. Don't get it twisted. But looks, it's not the whole pie, but it's a big slice of it. You get what I'm saying? So
I mean, I'd also like to mention too, like as a person who growing up being called like ugly, and then one day as an adult being like desired and attractive and beautiful, that's confusing too, because you already kind of have like this wall built up where you're like, all right, I know I'm not the best looking, but that's cool. Like, I'm still a good person. And then to suddenly have this whole world open up to you because now I guess you're attractive, like that's a whole other thing.
that's true.
When you're on the other side. I don't know if you can relate, but me and the beautiful people, we know how that is. So
See, I've been on that same end too, but I'm still on the other side. So, but luckily, this personality and this smile, you see, you see him. But now, you know what I'm saying? It's gotten better for me, a lot better as I blossomed and when I went to school and college and stuff like that. So, and I got older because I learned to take care of myself. I know how to carry myself better. But like,
Yeah.
I guess the point I'm trying to say, I feel like low key anybody can really self improve if they put the work in. Like even if you like, if we using a scale like 1 to 10, even if you are 5 as a dude, if you like work out or like this eat unhealthy or know how to dress or get a good cologne and smell good or get straighten your teeth out, you can like
Yeah, work what you got.
yeah, exactly 5 to 7, even especially if you got a good sense of humor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I mean, sorry
But
to cut you off. But like to kind of tie into what you were saying about like being a guy and like facing rejection, the whole like, growing up the ugly duckling or whatever, I think that's kind of the takeaway is that like being rejected or like not being seen as attractive for so long, you learn to just appreciate yourself as you are. And
right,
then I guess that makes you attractive when you're just like, you know what, this is me. And like take it or leave it. And people
exactly.
start taking it like, oh, okay.
Yeah. What we was talking about last time, we was talking about standards and preferences, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I want to get back to it. So this Scott Pilgrim, this dude from Scott Pilgrim, that's your type?
I mean, like one end of the spectrum, yeah. Like, I don't know. I liked his glasses. I thought they were cool. I liked
Nice.
his little hairdo, his little swoop. That was pretty cool. Um, I liked the way his hands was like, maniacal and stuff. Pretty much like cartoon villains, I guess.
You got a little taste for Mr. Burns or
Yeah.
Mandy.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Burns didn't even get me started. Ooh.
Oh my god, man. Yeah. I'm talking about you crushing over Mr. Burns, his old ass.
I'm joking. I do not have a crush on Mr. Burns.
I don't know.
Don't make that a thing.
I see that sweat going down your forehead. I don't
You
know.
don't see anything.
But yeah, I mean, we all got a type. You know what I'm saying? We all got me. I've told you before. We talked about this a couple of times before. I type scissor. You know what I'm saying? Normani, maybe a little Doja Cat. You know what I'm saying? Justine Scott or the I don't know if you ever watched this show. She's Gotta Have It.
I haven't.
She what else was she in? She was in a couple other movies. I can't think of her name, but yeah, whoever she know who she is. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, she knows if she's out there.
She out there. You know, she was the main character, and She's Gotta Have It, the Netflix show. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I could. Mm-hmm.
You see it. You
I
see
can see
it.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Like you like Zazzy beats, like that kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. See, I like men who are slacks and they have jeans for running errands and they wear like dress shoes on a daily basis, but sometimes they wear sneakers again to run errands. They have cardigans, they wear cardigans, button ups, like I guess Mr. Rogers.
Mr. Rock or I was going for Jandena. Like I'm a class.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just like, put together gentlemen.
Okay.
Who wear clothes that fit them.
Y'all hear that, y'all? If y'all want to step y'all game up with some man, you know what I'm saying? You better have that stuff on. You better have that.
You better wear slacks and dress shoes.
Y'all better go to the Gap right now.
Banana Republic.
Exactly. Better get them dress shirts. But so I guess we're gonna transition to the next topic. This is gonna be it's very important. Self-love / self-care.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I talk about that is because we were talking about Lizzo back earlier in the episode, talking about her teaching about being self-confidence and self-love and stuff like that, but trying to do it in a better way. So my question for you is, do you think the idea of self-love and self-care gets blurred in this generation? Because so many people have different definitions of it. So
I think it does because it seems like some people look at self-love to mean like a general thing.
Yeah.
But I think it's like an individual thing. Like my self-love and self-care is different from your self-love and self-care because different, like I'm myself and you're yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I think that people sometimes will think like what works for me is going to work for them and it's going to work for the next person. That's not necessarily the case, because we need different things to be cared for and like healthy and stuff. So I think like people don't focus on the self when it comes to the self-care. They just like do things that they think is what they need to do, but it's good for like other people, not necessarily them.
Yeah. I feel like people confuse self-care or self-love with the saying, I'm gonna do me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like you know what? You know what, you get on my nerves. You always blowing my phone up or you ain't shit. You know what? I'm gonna do me. You know, a hashtag self-love. No, that's not what it means. See, my exactly, like it's not what it means. Like my definition of self-love is like making sure like not only are you taking care of your body, but also your mind and spirit. You know what I'm saying? So if you need like a stress reliever or you do any little activities or exercises that you do to like relieve stress, whether that's going to the gym or doing yoga or even just taking like women they take like a nice hot bath or little thing of wine on the side. You know how y'all do. That's why you laughing. You know what I'm saying?
I've been there.
You know what I'm saying? It's like
I'm doing me in the tub with my wine.
God. That whole bottle of wine be going by 3. But like for me, my thing of self-love, I like to exercise or I like to write. That's my biggest thing. Like especially like music and writing. So it's like that's why I do the release stress, because you know what I'm saying, let's write down lyrics and stuff like that. It used to be just watching movies and stuff, but it's just like when it comes to my self-love, I feel like being creative or being productive is the best way to get it off your chest, because like, yeah, I love watching Netflix or Hulu and stuff, but after Men in Black go off, I still gotta deal with that stress. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like I like to write and like because it like gets the tension off. So that way when I like set a timer and like the time ends, it's like, damn, even though I'm still gotta deal with that problem, something good came out of it. You know what I'm saying? Or even if you work out or something like that, or like, yeah, you still got a problem to face, but if you did a good like hour and a half of just working out or something like that, like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I feel good. These muscles come.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's like it's good to release stress. That's what I'm getting at. So
yeah, definitely. And I think, like you said, it's important to try to find what works best for you. Like I'm similar. Like I like to take more creative outlets when I'm feeling stressed out, or even like reading, drawing, painting, something like that. Like for me, that makes me feel good, or like going for a walk, or like you said, going to the gym, like things like that. And I think people need to take the time out to find healthy ways to take care of themselves, like have their self-care, because having a little bubble bath and some wine is nice, but you can't be drinking all the time in the name of self-care, or like so you have to you can do things for yourself to make yourself feel better, but also be responsible too about it.
You don't want self-care to turn you to an alcoholic. That's what you're saying. I'm doing me. You know what I'm saying? You're drunk head.
Self-care.
She all passing out on the floor. But I have another question for you. So like we think about relationships and stuff. Like obviously when you're in a relationship, you're not just thinking about yourself. You're thinking about another person. But like what I'm saying, like sometimes it's healthy to do things on your own, so that way this like the mental break. So my question is self-care or self-love definitely important when it comes to being in a relationship? Because some people might think like, oh, that's just being selfish if you just think about yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, was the question, do you need it in a relationship?
Yeah, do you need to have self-care or self-love when you're in a relationship?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's kind of corny, but like, if you don't treat yourself good, how are you going to treat someone else good? Like I understand, like when you're in a relationship, there's the other person and you have to be considerate of their feelings, and like maybe you can't check out for the sake of self-care or whatever, but it's healthy to take time for yourself, even when you are in a relationship. Like just because you're in a relationship, that doesn't mean that other person is like everything, in the sense that, like, if you're sad, they're the one that's going to make you feel better. If you're stressed out, they're the one that's going to relieve your stress, because that's a lot of pressure on them too. So I think it's only fair to like have moments for yourself to like do the self-care that you need to do, so that way you can come back into the relationship and like be what you need to be, who you need to be for the person, you know? Like, I just think it's healthy. Like, what the heck?
Exactly. And I'll admit, I was kind of like that when I was younger too, because I was the kind of person to think like, oh, my girl, we gotta have everything in common. Like, we gotta like the same movies, or we gotta watch the same anime, and all this stuff like that. And if we don't like it, that means like, oh, they not the right one. But it's like, the way I look at it, it's good to like have things like that are different from your partner, or like hobbies that
Yeah.
are different, because like that can be your outlet of being self care, self love. Like, if she don't like to go to the movies and you do and stuff, that would be like your little getaway from home sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go pick the movie out with my friends or something like that. And that's my little self-care. Or like, if you go to like a painting class and they don't like to paint, that'd be like, all right, I'll be back. I'm going to my little painting lesson and for an hour and stuff. And that's be your time to relieve. Because I feel like we all need that here and there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, like, in relationships, sometimes y'all can get on each other's nerves, and somebody, you know what, I'm gonna just walk away, go do what I do productively, come back, and like, all right, we can talk now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And like, just because you're in a relationship, that doesn't mean that like you can't have stuff just for you. Like, it's
Yeah,
okay to have stuff separate from the person that you're with. And like, yeah, it makes me feel good. Like, what about it? You know, it's not to say that you don't, it's just, this is what I need for myself.
exactly. And also, I feel like we need to touch on the point about like self care, self love. It's a essential part when we talk about mental health, because a lot of people don't really think about self love on that like aspect as they should. Because when we think about self care and self love, we think about simple things of taking a bath, or you know what I'm saying, taking care of your body and stuff. But I feel like a lot of it also deals with your mind and the spirit. So like,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you need to. I don't know. Sometimes some people need to go to therapy. Sometimes, like, especially if you went through a bad situation or a traumatic situation or relationship, like some
Mm-hmm.
people just don't think like, oh, I'm just going to do me. I'm going to go out to the club or the bars or get wasted and stuff, and I would forget about all my problems that way. But I don't know. But after the bottle of Casamigos, them problems and stress still going to be there.
Maybe worse.
Exactly. It can elevate to a different problem. So it's like, when we think about self love and self care, we gotta go past the body sometimes and think about the mind and spirit too. And like, if that means getting professional help or go to like a counselor or get therapy, maybe that's a good thing, you know. If
Mm-hmm.
that means like getting your mind set in the right place, because the last thing you want to do is come right out of a traumatic situation or relationship and then jump into a situation bringing that stress into them, because now your new partner like, damn, where this coming from?
Yeah. What the heck?
They're like, you ain't shit. I hate you. Like, damn, son, you gotta get off your chest, sis. So
And that's also too why I said like self-love, even though it's in the name, like you have to focus on yourself, because a lot of times too, like when people are in relationships, you like, again, you kind of forget like who you are and what you need, or like you have someone else influencing you on what you need to like take care of yourself and to be better and all that stuff. And that might not be right. So a part of self-care is making hard decisions too. Like, if you have to kind of face the fact that maybe you do need therapy, and like that sucks to admit, but maybe you do, or like maybe this person isn't good for you and you need to separate yourself a little bit, or maybe like this job or environment isn't the best for you. Like, sometimes you have to evaluate your life and see like what's bringing you stress, like what's frustrating you, what's making you so unhappy. And like, sometimes you got to make changes in your life, and it's scary, but that's part of self-care too.
X, that's heavy. And because now you just said that, I made me think about like some friends or like some people in my life that I had to cut off, because like, even though like I knew them for a long time, it's just like I knew what they were doing wasn't on right for my own mental health. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like some people I had to distance myself from, or like even like people like I used to talk to, I had to distance myself from, because I knew the stress that came with it. And even though we had good times, it's like I don't want to go through that same BS again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like it ain't worth the stress. You know what I'm saying? Because you just bringing me down with you.
Mm-hmm.
So
So it does come off as selfish sometimes, especially too, like how you brought up being in relationships
mm,
and like focusing on yourself and doing what you need to do and all that. But like, how you gonna be in a relationship, whether it's like romantic or friendship or anything, if you're not looking out for yourself and if you're not okay? Like, you gotta look out for number one sometimes.
exactly. Exactly. It's okay to put yourself first if it means bettering yourself or growing as a person. That's how I
Yeah.
look at it. So that's all I feel about that, because I feel like those lines get blurred and people have self love. It whether some people might say self love is taking a bath or going to therapy. Some people might say it's going to the bar and taking
Yeah.
like 9 shots of tequila. So it's like just make the difference, y'all.
I mean, hey, we can't write a whole outline on like this is what self-love is. This is not what self-love is. Y'all gotta do the work yourself. Like we
Yeah,
just trying to give you a little template here,
exactly.
something to go off of. But
All I can do is show you the guns. That's all I
yeah.
can do. That's all
Now
I can do.
if you see these guns and you say, you know what, I'm gonna go to the bar, hey, what can we do?
What can you do? But that's all I got to say about that. You have anything else to wrap it up with?
Just love yourself. Because if you can't love yourself, how in the hell you gonna love somebody else? Can I get an
Yo,
amen?
where did the attitude come from? How the hell Mr. T jumped out of you? How the hell you gonna jump? I pity the fool. I'm like, damn.
It's for the
But
people. You gotta draw them in, and then
right, like it's Fright Fest or something like that.
yeah.
But yeah, just take care of yourself, y'all. Try to be the best version you can be every day. Drive safely out there, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all get to where y'all need to be. And I go by the name of Steph.
I'm Sylvette.
And this has been another episode of Millennial Dungeon. See you next time. Peace.
Bye.
Yeah. Ergo.